There's nothing more frustrating, I would say, than being in a conversation, whether it be with someone you're managing or someone who's managing you, and trying to have a conversation when you know that when you're talking, that all they're doing is waiting to talk. They're not listening to understand, which is our fundamental number 5 for 2026. And, it's one that I really was very interested in when we put this into the fundamentals at the start. The main reason I liked it was because I think it's just a real maturity in understanding how communication works. One of the tricks that I try to use, and I think the whole point of the fundamentals is something that we use the ritual of a weekly fundamental to bring it back to not forgetting that these are the ways that we're supposed to be working and living. And I think this is something that I haven't been doing a lot lately, or I don't think I've consciously been doing it anyway, is kind of asking questions at the end of interactions, not sitting there waiting to talk like I can be sometimes. And I feel like I've kind of maybe gotten away from that. And that's what this fundamentals are about. I need to be dragged back into thinking like that. I really feel that that's an ability to manage people and to lead people and to be a contributor maybe to a company is very, very important when you are able to, wait, listen, and ask a question about what someone just said. And that does 2 things. The main thing it does is it makes you concentrate on what they're actually saying. And the second most important thing it does is it makes that person understand that you did listen to what they said and you're actually that intrigued that you're asking a question quickly after the conversation happens. How many times do we all just want to get to the end because we know what someone's going to say? We know how they're going to finish. And first you start talking about how they're going to go rough that unit, or how they're going to go bend that particular piece of pipe, and you're bang straight into the middle of explaining it to them because we just need to go bend this pipe, where they could have maybe just explained to you about what they're going to do, and they maybe were just about to let you know something they were about to do wrong in the way that they were explaining it. I do it with my own kids sometimes, interrupt them when they're trying to explain something, or, that's not how it is. This is how it is. Like last night at the dinner table, I caught myself doing it. My son was trying to explain something to my daughter, and I wanted to jump in because he wasn't really doing an amazing job, but he was actually doing a pretty good job for a 9-year-old. So I let him finish, and then I added on to it. And I hadn't been doing that a whole pile. It's just something I got conscious of at the dinner table. So, it's something that I think we as a company and really have to always remember. It doesn't matter what position you are in this business, including me, because I can be the one that everyone wants to listen to, right? Everyone laughs at my jokes, no matter they're good or bad. I can interrupt as many conversations as I want. I can walk into meetings and completely change the whole conversation. I can walk onto a job site and upset the whole day's work. I have to be conscious of the fact that I need to be quiet and listen to what people have to say and ask questions at the end of what they're about to say. And again, I'm preaching to myself here in this little video, but it's an important piece of what we do, listening to understand as fundamental number 5 here this week. Just this week, just have a little bit of a conscious effort when you're working with people to make sure that they understand it when you're speaking and they're speaking, that it's a 2-way street, and they're not glazed over, their eyes are not looking over your shoulder, or they're picking out their phone out of their pocket or whatever, right? That we're always clued in. And again, it's hard to do it all the time, but I think we have to make an effort at it, and that's what this fundamental is about. All the fundamentals are a reminder of it's important when you're having these conversations to make sure that we're listening to understand. Very, very strong piece of a skill to have as a professional, and even more so in your private lives.